what's up everyone, and happy Saturday. In today's video, we're going to be covering the next biggest potential opportunity in the market. So I know over the past week, the market was all over the place, but more to the downside than to the upside. We saw Apple stock have a horrible Friday, down around 3.3%. They had some bad news come out, but we're just starting to hear a little more talk about a potential market correction and all that stuff. So whether we see a market correction or we don't, this video is meant to help you in talking about setting up potential plays. So one of my biggest regrets as a trader is not starting a long-term portfolio early enough. So, I just waited, I just, put it off. But looking back on it, I wish I started a long-term portfolio right when I started trading. But hey, live and learn. Everyone makes mistakes. And I know a lot of newer traders kind of like push that off and they focus more on like short-term day trading or swing trading or this and that, whatever. So like having a long-term portfolio is such a great asset to have, and the earlier you start, the better. I know we can all probably look back in February and March of 2020 and wish we just loaded up on basically every stock out there, because like the SPY actually doubled from like in the past 2 years, which is crazy to think. Like if we look at the SPY, it had lows of like $218 back in March of 2020. And now it's sitting at like $450. So that thing exploded. A bunch of stocks exploded, whether it be Apple, Nvidia, Tesla, you name it. It's probably up a lot. So there are a lot of good companies out there right now, like Nvidia, but their prices are just insane. Nvidia went from $42 all the way up to $224 in the past 2 years, which is crazy to think. So if we do see a market pullback, like some people are expecting, while everyone else is freaking out and panicking and trying to buy super far out of the money put options, if you do your research now, you can be in a position where you're buying that dip, and maybe Nvidia dips down to 180 or 160, and if you have cash set aside to buy that dip, in a couple months you could be in a really great position. So the purpose of this video is to encourage everyone, because whether we see a market correction or we don't, it's good to have a long-term portfolio. So the purpose of this video is to do some research now, find some companies you would like to own for the long term, and then maybe set some cash on the sideline, or maybe get some cash ready. If we do see a market correction, then you'll be prepared, because market corrections are quick, they're crazy, and there's just a lot of panic involved, just like we saw in 2020 during March and February. So do your research now, find companies you like for the long term, and if we do see a dip, you can really put your future self in a great position. Some companies I'm really eyeing up are, I love DraftKings, Palantir's good, NIO, Nvidia, Zoom, Apple's a solid one, as we all know, Corsair, stuff like that. I know some people are huge fans of Tesla, so if the market corrects down, you might be able to snag Tesla at 450, 500. Who knows? There's a lot of things that could happen. And another thing to keep in mind is there can easily be no correction at all. But if we do see one, that could bring a huge opportunity. So keep that in mind. Even if you don't know like any specific stocks you would like to hold for the long term, you can always grab like SPY, which is the S&P 500, the QQQ, which is the NASDAQ, or like even like VOO, which is technically the S&P 500, but the expense ratio is a little bit lower than the SPY. You could also grab up some funds like ARKK. I know a lot of people were eyeing up that one, and so just please set your future up for success. Set your future self up for success. Do the research now, so if we do see a correction, you could be in a great position. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe. I post brand new videos every single day. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, thanks for watching.